Liam Neeson is being ripped up and down for a piece of audio in which he explained that a friend of his, this must have been, 30, 40 years ago or something, because Liam Neeson is now 80, that some time ago, a female friend of his was raped, and he asked her by whom, and the friend said a black person, and then he had a tribal, vicious, evil response. And he explained that. And then he says on the tape that he felt that it was an act of evil. He never should have thought like this. It just demonstrates what darkness lies in the human heart. Here's a bit of the audio.
I asked, did she know who it was? No. What color were they? She said it was a black person. I went up and down areas with a cosh, hoping I'd be approached by somebody. I'm ashamed to say that. And I did it for maybe a week, hoping some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me about something, you know, so that I could kill him. And it took me a week, maybe a week and a half to kind of go for that. And she said to me, where are you going? I said, I'm just going out for a walk, you know. She said, what's wrong? No, nothing's wrong, fine. And it was horrible when I think back, but I did that. And I've never admitted that to it. I'm saying it to a journalist, God forbid. Holy It's awful. But I did learn a lesson from it when I eventually thought, what the are you doing, you know?
Okay, so the entire moral of the story is tribal instincts take over sometimes, and they're evil and they're bad, and you have to fight them. So everybody immediately took away the important lesson, of course, which is Liam Neeson is a racist. So he tells a story about how he did something terrible back when he was young, and now he is going to come forward and explain that those instincts are things that you have to fight because they're evil and they're bad, and there's a dark side of humanity. And people are like, how dare he tell this story about a bad thing he did when he was young? He never should have done a bad thing when he was young. It's like, okay, I think you're missing the point of redemption. I think you're missing the point of every story about where somebody did something wrong and then learn not to be that person. And maybe you ought to rethink how you think about humans if your first reaction to that story is not, I'm glad that Liam Neeson learned a lesson and can now inform people about how terrible human nature is. And instead it's, I can't believe Liam Neeson ever sinned or thought a bad thing. You know, that's, you're doing being a human wrong, honestly. Like, how about a little bit of grace, and particularly grace for people who are redeeming themselves and coming clean about some evil things that they may have thought or done in the past. If we don't have grace as a society, we're finished.